today I just want to show you quickly how you can create an animated logo, an animated version of your business logo, in PowerPoint. PowerPoint is a tool that nearly everyone has if they have Office 365. It's often used for presentations, and that's what's given it a bad name, because so many people create really boring presentations that you then have to sit through in seminars and workshops. But over the last few years, I've discovered exactly what PowerPoint can do, and it goes way, way beyond the boring presentations. So I'm in my PowerPoint screen here, and this is a new blank slide, a new presentation. So what I want to do first of all is get rid of these. I can just do by holding the mouse button down and dragging so that it selects both these text boxes. So I'm going to just click delete now to get rid of those. And what I want to do is insert a picture which is going to be my logo. So I'm going to select this device. I'm going to navigate to where my logo is, which is in here, my VAV logo here. So if I go to logo files, I'm going to just bring in the JPG file. So okay, that's as you can see, that's rather large. We don't really need it to be as big as that. So I'm just going to drag the corners to shrink it down a little bit. And you can see here it's PowerPoint has guidelines that show you when things are lined up. I'm just going to get rid of the design ideas over here because I don't want any of those. And also with PowerPoint, if you didn't know, you can select align, and you can then align things in all these different ways. So I'm going to align center, and it already was, so it didn't move at all. But sometimes it's in the home screen on PowerPoint, it's difficult to find all the tools. So what I've also done with the align tool is to put it on what they call the ribbon. I think they call it the ribbon up here. So this is align and arrange. And I just have to click that icon rather than looking for it over in the main toolbar. Anyway, that's by the by. So I've got my logo now, and what I want to do is add an animation to it. So I'm going to go over here to animations, and you can see there's quite a number. And if you click this drop down here, it shows you all of them. And also there are even more in the menu here. So if I want to find even more entrance effects, this is the whole lot. And I'm not sure how many there are altogether. Actually, looks like there's about 30. I haven't counted, but let's just say I want my logo to appear and dissolve. So let's show you what that looks like. So you click on OK, and you will now see that it's got a little number 1 by the logo. That means it's the first animation on this slide for this particular image. And it's also got an asterisk over here in the sidebar. It's got an asterisk against the slide. A slide with an animation always has this asterisk by it, and if you click the asterisk, you can see the animation will actually play. So that's the start of it. You can also click into the animation pane, and it shows you a list of all the animations on the slide. So for picture number 4, don't ask me how it allocates numbers to the pictures, because this, you would have thought it would be picture number 1 because it was the first one I uploaded to this particular slide, but there we go. It's PowerPoint has called it picture number 4. So we've got the drop down menu here. it gives you all these various options. Now, start on click, that obviously refers to a mouse click, and if you were actually doing this as a presentation, you know, the traditional type of PowerPoint presentation, that means that when you clicked into this slide, the animation would play, the animation of the logo would play. You've also got, you know, start with previous, start after previous. I usually set it to start with previous, especially if there's more than one animation, and I don't want there to be a big delay between each one. In this drop down menu, you've also got the effect options, including timing. So if, for instance, I wanted it to dissolve in a bit more slowly, I could say, okay, let's make it 1 second. So now you can see it dissolves in a little bit more slowly, and I think I actually prefer that, so I'm going to leave it like that for the moment. What I also want to do is to add my website URL. So I need to go back to the home tab here, and I need to go insert text box. So I can now draw a text box, which I will put just below the logo, and I can type in my website URL, which is that. I can center the text. I can change the font if I just click into here and select the text. There we go. And now I know the font in my logo is Gotham Rounded, so let me find that one. There we go. Gotham Rounded Bold. So I have now got my website URL underneath here, and I want this text box to be aligned to the center as well. So I'm going to go there and I'm going to click Align Center. And again, that already is centered, although it doesn't quite look like it to me, but I'll take their word for it. I might want to make it a little bit bigger as well, so I'm just going to make the text size, let's say 28, and I don't want it jet black, I want it a grey, more of a grey colour, as it is in the logo itself. So I think that's about right. I mean, you can put in exact hex codes as well if you want to. No, it's gone back to 18. You put 24. There we go. So now I want to add an animation to this text box too. So once the logo has appeared, I want the text box to appear underneath it. So I'm going to go to animations again. And I think I'm just going to do a simple fly in. So as you can see, what that does is make the text fly in, move in from the bottom of the screen. And again, with this one, you've got options. You can have it come in from any of these positions, but in this particular case, I think coming from the bottom is probably best. So let me just... So now we've got in the animation pane, we've got text box number 5, and with this one I want it to start after the previous one, so I'm going to change that, and I'm going to look at the timing again, and I think I'm going to make that 2 seconds, so it comes in fairly slowly. So that's it. You know, you can play around with any of the different animations. You know, you can try out some of these, you know, quite dramatic ones, but you know, that's up to you. I'm just going to leave this with the 2 simple animations. So let's see what the slide looks like now when I click the asterisk. So we've got logo dissolving in, then we've got my website URL moving up from the bottom. What I would then do would be, as long as I'm happy with how it looks, I'm then going to go to export, create a video. You can have various video sizes, video formats, even the Ultra HD is a possibility now. This is a fairly new addition to PowerPoint. It used to be that Full HD was the highest resolution you could use. And I am going to click Create Video. Now it's asking me where I want to save it, so I'm just going to say desktop. I haven't given it a proper file name, which I should have done, but never mind. I'm just going to leave it as presentation 1 for now. Click on save. And if you look down the bottom here, you can see it says creating video presentation. And when that black bar gets fully across to the right, that means it's done. So if I now go to my desktop, find out where it is. There we go. Let's click that. And it will play. So there we go. That's a very basic animated logo, which you could easily use to add to any of your existing videos, either as an intro or an outro, or even both. It just adds a bit of branding. We all know how many videos there are out there on social media and websites these days. If you want yours to stand out a bit, then it makes sense to add some branding, and a simple logo animation is a great way to do that. So I hope that's been helpful. If you have any questions, then please message me or come into my Facebook group, Visual Marketing Ideas for Your Business, and we can explore possibilities in there.